Well, today's the day. Today is the day that a select few in Hollywood adorn themselves in high-end couture and expensive jewellery that I'd be too scared to leave the house in, and head along to the Oscars in the hope of being called a winner, or at least just avoiding a worst dressed list. I'm pretty excited about the Oscars actually, because I think it's anybody's game, so I just can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Right, now this week on Rialto channel, I'm going to start off today by talking about a rather sort of charming bittersweet drama. It's called The Carer, and it's screening on Rialto British on Sunday night. I'll be honest, it's not a terribly original idea. It tells a story of this young Hungarian actress, and she comes to work as a carer for a grumpy English veteran of the stage played by Brian Cox, and he's suffering from Parkinson's. He's impossible and she's wise beyond her years, but the two of them, they work well together and help each other get what they want out of life. There are some funny and some sweet moments here amongst all the predictability, and what's quite interesting is that this film's only a year old, but it was actually shot to look like an old-fashioned classic British drama. Brian Cox is amazing, and basically this is just perfectly pleasant Sunday night viewing. Hey, also coming up on Rialto British in the next couple of weeks is Moorside. If you loved the Broadchurch series, then you want to catch this gripping two-part drama that tells the true story of a community who came together to look for a missing girl in 2008. Now, the Rialto Presenters series also continues this month, and award-winning New Zealand director Lee Tamahori is along to introduce some stories from the silver screen. Now, there are some real cracker documentaries in this group of films, stories about Truffaut and Hitchcock and Marlon Brando and Ingrid Bergman, but we're starting off with something a little bit kooky this Wednesday. It's a film called The Slippers, and it's a documentary that takes a look at the cultural impact those sparkly ruby slippers that Dorothy wore in The Wizard of Oz have had on popular culture. But what interests me more is that it sort of delves into the world of Hollywood memorabilia and the rather unusual characters who are involved in it. Hey, finally, on a slightly more serious note, I wanted to mention a film called National Bird. It's screening on Rialto Documentary on Thursday night, and this tells a story about three whistleblowers. They were US military veterans who decided to speak publicly about one of the most controversial current affairs issues of our time, the secret US drone war. It's thought-provoking, it's chilling, it's disturbing, and it's worth taking a look. All right. See you next week.